Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I welcome you all here, and I'm quite thankful to you that you guys came here. As you know, today is Saturday. Saturday is holiday, weekend rush. There are so many activities and all that, but still you spared some time and you came here. This thing shows your seriousness towards Ielts, and that's the most important thing. If you are serious to do Ielts, if you are doing Ielts because you want to do it, you want to get good bench score in Ielts, that is something positive. And if someone is pushing you from behind and there is some energy or power behind you but you don't want to, someone is dragging you to Ielts, then most definitely motivation and performance and things. Because you know, at times students come here and they say, I'm doing Ielts because my father wants me to do Ielts. Or some of the ladies, they come up and say, I'm doing Ielts because of my husband. Okay, so unless you are internally motivated, Ielts will be difficult. Getting good band in Ielts can be difficult. So the first thing is you need to find a big reason why you want to do Ielts. And if the reason is big, really big, most definitely you will find a solution and you will be able to get your desired band as well, right? Even if the reason is not big, try to make it big, one thing. Second, when you think about Ielts, just think about the consequences of doing Ielts with good band score. What will be the result once you get your desired band, and after that, what will be the consequences? Just think about that. That will give you immense pleasure, and pleasure is the best motivation. You know, we do a lot of things for pleasure. People go to the restaurants for different food stuff, that is for pleasure. Some people tour, they tour around the world for pleasure. So if you find some pleasure, like you know, life in Canada, life in Australia, life in UK, that will give you immense pleasure, and for that pleasure, you will be dragged towards Ielts and towards good band score in Ielts and all that. So the reason should be strong, right? And you should have a personal reason why you are doing Ielts. Reason should not be a parental reason. Reason should not be a spouse reason. My husband said, my wife said, my father said, my mother said, or my would-be husband or would-be wife said, or anything like that. Okay, there must be a personal reason. Once your why is very strong, now comes the second thing, and we call it how. If you have a strong why, you will always find how as well. Now, why is strong, that's why you are here. Now, the next thing is how. How means how to achieve your required band. How to achieve your target band score in Ielts. That is another important thing. So if why is strong, automatically, that's what we say in English, where there is a will, there is a way. If you have will, you will find the way. You know, that's what they say about love. Love will find the way. There is a song also, love will find the way, means when you fall in love, that gives you increased motivation, and your love will actually find the way, and the way is at the end marriage and all that stuff, right? So in Ielts also, if you are motivated, so definitely your Ielts will also find the way. So for how, we are going to discuss how to do Ielts. First, you need to see where you are and where you want to go. Now, for instance, if I'm here at point A and I want to go to point B, that is where I want to go. Now, what do I mean by this? If you are at present at bench score 5 and your target is bench score 6 or bench score 7 or bench score 8, so you need to see where I am now and where I want to go. Because if you are clear about it, then most definitely you can just struggle, you can work hard. If one day you come out of your house and you don't know where to go, you'll be just moving around, drifting here and there, and you will never reach anywhere. But once you know, okay, where I am and where I want to go, most definitely you will make a route, you will make a plan, you will have a map, and that map will actually take you there. Okay, so the first thing is identification or recognition or realization that, well, when I take IELTS listening test, at present I am at band score 5, but my target is 8,777. Okay, so from 5 to 8 in listening. The first thing is, whatever you do in IELTS, your preparation, you must gauge yourselves. You must measure yourselves. Now, what is that measurement? For example, if today I take one IELTS listening test for the first time in my life, I only have 10 correct answers, right? In order to achieve 8 band, I need minimum 35 correct answers. So my journey from 10 correct answers to 35 correct answers, how will I do it? Obviously, you can practice. Obviously, you can just see the type of mistakes you are doing. You can even see where you are at the present level and what are your problems, especially if the problems are related to language skills, your poor understanding, or your reading skill. You read but you do not understand the questions. So, I mean, you can just see the way you are performing. By the way, almost all of us are aware of our weaknesses. I don't talk about strengths. Strength is something people know, but we are always aware of our weaknesses. So once you are fully aware, what are my weaknesses? Now, for example, you're doing IELTS listening and there is the question type multiple choice. Out of 10, you only get 2 correct answers, and those 2 correct answers are out of tukka. And then you say, pata nahi kaise theek ho gaye. Right? So you need to see, okay, this is where I need to prepare myself. I need to focus how to deal with this type of questions, the first thing. After that, the journey, actually, you know, if you are on the wrong road, most definitely you will not reach your destination. If your route is wrong, if, I mean, you are traveling in the wrong direction, you will never reach your destination. Sometimes it sounds like you are going in the right direction. Have you noticed if we travel on any highway or any motorway and then you reach in the middle and then you start your journey and then you say, is it this direction or that direction? Is Lahore there or there? You know, you get into some confusion, right? I mean, you're on the motorway, highway sometimes because motorways are all similar. So you start thinking, Lahore is this side or that side, anyways, something like that. So if you are in the wrong direction, at the end, you will be nowhere. And even you will not be there where you are now. One step backward. Okay, you'll not be there because now you have a reputation. Now, people trust you. When I use the word people, that means your family. That means your spouse. They trust you. And they know, yes, he or she will do IELTS and after that get the desired band, and because of him or her, we will have bright future, you know, got all the plans and all that. So if you fail to do that, फिर वो रोटी भी नहीं देंगे. Okay, something like that, then you will be the one, now you are the one who is the best. Yeah, special food for him. Mashallah, he is doing IELTS. Yeah, badam for him. Other things for him, not for others. And once you fail to do that, and then he'll be the one who will be eating sukhi roti. Salan pe bhi thoda khaya kar. Isse kamda nahi. Something like that. So you need to take this as an opportunity in your life. It's a great opportunity for you all that God Almighty has given you a chance to reshape your future. These chances are very rare in life. And then there is an age, there is a stage when you get these chances, and after that age, after that stage, you never get these type of chances. Then you only look around and you feel sorrow that, okay, now people are actually going abroad and I'm still here and now nobody trusts me, I don't have the money and all that. So that is why the thing is, you should be very, very clear about your goal in IELTS and then your preparation plan. That is very important. I mean, you should have a very good preparation plan. And by the way, you live in the age of science and technology. You don't need sort of physical classes all the time. You can attend physical classes too, but the thing is, even if you are fully determined, just today I received the result of one of my subscribers actually, and he achieved 2 9s and then 1.8 and 1.6 actually. 6 is always there in writing module, right? So that's why she sent me all the result. So see that, I mean, by watching videos, students tell me that I watched your videos and I got 7 band, 7.5 band. The thing is, if you are resourceful, you may use any resource around you. I mean, you can use your mobile for IELTS preparation. You can use mobile, hand-free and all that for IELTS preparation because you are resourceful. And if you are not resourceful, you will say, I come across students who say, sir, I have all 15 Cambridge books, right? Then they say, sir, I have 20 GBs IELTS data, books, audios, handouts, this and that, but I don't know how to use it. See that resources are there. When you are not resourceful, then all these resources are useless. So the first thing is IELTS preparation plan. Success in IELTS actually starts from I and it finishes in I. I mean, it will start from you and it will finish at you. So if you are determined, most definitely you can do it. Yeah? Are you motivated? Yes. Okay, I'm trying to do that, okay? Because, you know, without that, you can't actually make it. And again, you should be the self source of energy. You should be your own source of energy. You should motivate yourself on your own. Most definitely, then you can do it. So for IELTS, you need to make your own preparation plan, go through Cambridge IELTS books, take one test, and then see how horrible the situation is or how terrible the situation is. I still remember when I took my first IELTS listening test. Before that, I didn't know what this IELTS thing was and all that. I took my first listening test and then I realized how horrible IELTS is, and I said, Toba, Toba. Audio is fast and you have to answer the questions and all that. I got only 10, 12 right answers. Then my friend said, do it again. I said, okay. And then, you know, we have our pride as well. When I went to him, I was English language teacher and I couldn't perform well. So from there, I realized this is where I stand and I need to go on. You know, two things. When you get low marks in IELTS in any module, after that, either you say, no, this is not something I should try. I can't do it. And second, you say, okay, I will do it now. There are two types of people. You stop them and they stop. You say, hey, don't do this. Or if someone says, you can't do this, and you say, okay, I knew that already. And the other type is you say, hey, you can't do it. And you say, I will do it. I will show you how to do it. Because they are fully determined. So now you have to see whether if someone says you can't do it, say, yeah, thank you very much. I knew that already. मैं भी तो यही कह रहा सी. मेरे को नहीं होना. Something like that. Okay, and then you stop. But otherwise, you have your own dignity and all that. Then you say, okay, I'll show you how to do it. And people do miracles when they, I mean, I've seen some doctors and they say, I just became a doctor to show my relatives, to show the people of my village that I can become a doctor, right? So these things are really important. I want you all, at least from this seminar, you need to be fully determined from inside. Like, you know, one of my students from Saudi Arabia, I sent him some study material related to IELTS. He was overjoyed and overexcited and said, I will eat IELTS. Literally, that's what he said. He said, sir, you sent me very good material. I will eat IELTS. And later on, he was eaten by IELTS. You know, if you are overconfident, I will eat IELTS. Yes, see IELTS ki, the typical Punjabi threat and all that. So at the end, you realize, no, actually, okay. So you should be confident, be positive. At the same time, you must realize your mistakes. You must see where you are, where you want to go, what is your plan. Is that plan, you know, sometimes this happens if you travel in public transport. Like some people are there and after some time they stand up and they say, oh, I took the wrong bus. This is not the bus I was supposed to take. So you need to see in your preparation of IELTS, are you in the right bus or are you in the wrong bus? I mean, the right bus will take you to UK. Wrong bus will take you to Murid K. So if you want to go to Muridke, I don't mean to say Muridke is bad. Muridke is a town here in Lahore. We are very close to Lahore. But the thing is, if you are targeting UK, so you should not be in Muridke bus, you should be in UK bus. Means your preparation and plan and everything like that. Okay. Usually I'm not that funny, but because you're giving me good feedback, yeah, that's what I say whenever my daughter says something funny to my son. Then I use that idiom, don't egg him on. He is already bad enough. Egg on means you say, "Fair kar." Someone is doing mischievous thing. You know, sometimes a child is doing something funny and you say, do it again. Do it again. Means you are egging on. So you guys are actually giving me the feeling, sir, do it again, do something funny and all that. Anyways, it is all your intrinsic motivation in IELTS that will take you where you want to go. And again, be resourceful, open your eyes. There isn't anything like a chamatkar in IELTS. What is chamatkar? Somebody told me there is a guy, he has some tips for 8 band. Chamatkar. Chamatkar number 2. I saw an ad on Facebook. 8 band certificate only in $500. Yeah? There are people who come up with things like that. Then you say, I saw someone who is saying, we sell IELTS keys and you can do it. Let me tell you, on this day and time, there is no number 2 of IELTS. I've been through a lot of things. People contact me and they have a lot of ways to do IELTS. Like, you know, sometimes they use the gadgets inside the ear. Very small capsule type gadget they put inside the ear, but even they are caught. And then they are banned from IELTS. Like I know a couple of guys who've been banned from IELTS for 3 years, 4 years. You can't take the test. So finally, at the end, you have to become अच्छा इंसान and नहीं जी मैं तो मेहनत करके करूँगा. पहले सारा कुछ कर लिया. At the end, you say नहीं मैं मेहनत करके IELTS करूँगा. So let me tell you, there is no number 2. There isn't anything, any secret tips, secret techniques, secret ingredients to do IELTS. You have to take the test. And they will gauge your English and they will give you the band score accordingly, right? All the best.